either TP or just recall someone.
That is good. I didn't think about that. That's gonna be real rough. And honestly, Darkseer doesn't even mind, right? Darkseer doesn't care. He'll be fine against Legion. He'd rather be against PA, obviously, but he doesn't even mind going against Legion.
And because they already picked their support duo, there's nothing really they can have that can still purge.
Really, yeah. Unless they're going for the old middle Enchantress.
Or middle Rubik.
Or middle Rubik and then switch it. Why did middle Rubik die? What happened?
Because he's really decent for the first like 7 minutes, 8 minutes, and then he's just the same old support. Then you're relying on your enemy to have
maybe an extra item. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that makes a lot of sense. Falls off.
Yeah.
This PA, do you like PA with no real buffs, right? You have the Legion Commander press the attack, but that's it. I do not like
not
naked
a huge
PAs.
buff.
Yeah, like you want the Chen PA. This naked PA is not fun.
Do you think they picked the PA partially to deny it to Gambit?
I think
possibly.
I think that's why they did it. I don't think Gambit would have picked it, but I think that is why they did it.
They were pretty fast with the Darkseer. It felt like that was their plan all along.
Yeah. Going by reasonably quick.
And December Spirit's gonna be a beast. If you use Divine Favor on him, and he goes for the same build with New Slight and Iron Shell, oh my god.
10 minutes in, he's gonna be doing like 1,000 DPS.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
Radiant team.
They ban Huskar. Not sure.
So what are they missing? I mean, in terms of tick boxes and roles and things.
Yeah, it could mean that Ember Spirit is gonna be mid-hero.
Yeah.
Visage is coming back, baby. No, I'm just kidding. It's really bad for Cellar Time.
Yeah,
they could go for something like a troll. Both of the cores on side of Vici Gaming, relying on mischance. All right, it's Spectre. Spectre Darkseer. Oh,
that's not fun for the support, right? Rubik doesn't have a game anymore. This Rubik and Elder Titan actually probably literally already feel bad and the game hasn't started. I like it. It's more like their game 2 draft versus Boom ID, right? They didn't just get this like crazy all early game, you know, get a Radiance on Bear, 17 minutes we're gonna win. You do have another Radiance hero, but it's definitely a lot slower of a hero. I like it though. It just shows Gambit isn't as one-dimensional as they've looked in the past, for sure. Because they did. They've looked very one-dimensional.
Again, it's a free puck game if they want to go for it. They just need to play a bit differently. They have 4 seconds left, so they need to do something.
Necro, taking a page out of Flying Penguin's book. And actually, they played it earlier today as well. And they won with it.
Nah, I don't think that's a good Necro game to start with. There's a ton of magical damage on their side. This Ember Spirit with Iron Shell, he can just shred through Ghost Shroud.
I think they pick it up because I think Ori likes the hero, and it is a quote-unquote counter to the Spectre and the fact that, oh, a lot of HP dispersion, we're just going to toss ulti on you. I don't think it's the end-all, be-all, but I don't know if it's like a winning pick. I'm curious. Once again, I just kind of like Gambit's draft because they've showed when they draft, they know exactly how to play, right? Like, I liked Vici Gaming's draft last game, but they didn't play it correctly, so I see a draft like this, and I'm a little bit nervous again because this Gambit just has easier to execute, right? Again, just way easier to execute.
And it's hard to play against the team who drafts this quickly. It gets into your head. Why are they drafting so quickly? Why are they so confident?
They know exactly what they're doing, and I'm going to say it for the 3rd time today. It's simple Dota done well.
It is. I completely agree. Just, you know what you have to do. You do it correctly. They've shown in over 101 games over the last, like, 2 weeks. They know how to do it.
It works. So what kind of positive things can we say here for Vici that they are going to force out the 3rd game?
They don't have a bad draft. Not at all. It's just going to be a bit tough to execute. And again, the laning stage, they're going to need to have a good laning stage. They had it in the previous game, but you need to do something with the farm that you have.
I think this Legion can make a lot of space. That's going to be the thing. This Legion just gets 2 or 3 just, you know, duels, gets a quick blink. He definitely can shut down like the Ember. Like we talked, he'll have to go Lincolns and stuff. So I think this game is on Yang again.
It is the blink initiator that we were hoping for from Yang here for Vici Gaming. Can they force out game number 3 versus Gambit? Let's find out with Trent and Lyrical.
Thank you so much again, Sheaver and the wonderful panel. My goodness, Trent, it's happening. Game number 2, game number 1, rough for Vici and Gambit. They're back again.
Yeah, what a draft here. Some interesting heroes, some that we don't see all too often. Of course, we got a little taste of the Spectre so far this tournament, thanks to Eternal Envy, but it's going to be back here with the Huck. We got a Legion Commander for Yang, something you guys might have seen him on in the past, and or Necrophos making a return here as well. So plenty of neat little heroes here. I don't know. Overall, I think that Chen's main role in this game is just going to be lane matchups. I mean, the panel kind of talked about it a little bit, but this idea of just getting what you want, because when it comes to rotations, I mean, calling in the Ember and the Earth Spirit can be pretty okay as well, I suppose. But I guess the other two cores, like the Spectre and the Darkseer, obviously the Spectre doesn't really have to worry about recall. You know, you got Haunt. Yeah. That's pretty cool. But a Darkseer being recalled into a fight is just kind of, I don't know. He's either there or he's not there, it feels like. But we'll see. Maybe it's going to become a little more valuable. Maybe he can throw some Iron Shells on some waves and then get recalled across the map and keep their split push up while still being there for the team fights.
Same thing for Ember. Throw a Remnant out, get recalled, then you can be back farming again.
It's it feels less like a combative style of the recall, though, and more like controlling the map style. But
Divine Favor. Lots of damage out. DY, are you going to hit the dust? Looks like it. First blood taken by Immersion, who had a fabulous game earlier. And it looks like it's going to be a 2-for-2 trade-off of those bounty runes. While Fade
they're still
gets
going
hit by the clip and going to go down as well. So 2 dead. FNG pulls out another one.
Yeah, the Iron Shell with Spirit, one of the more common pairings for Darkseer, right? I think in his heyday, it was basically Earth Spirit, and we even used to get some Night Stalker as a support back then, a little bit of Spirit Breaker mixed in there as well. But hey, these guys are best buds. They always have a very good time, really aids the kill potential early on here. So they have the matchup that we think they wanted here with the ET and the PA, and now you're seeing the bottom lane. It's going to be the Spectre and the Chen versus the Legion and the Rubik. Rubik, he's just not that scary in a dual lane scenario. It's just like, yeah, okay. We saw the Centaur earlier. That's a little bit better with Yang, right? Much higher kill potential. A Legion Commander is, yeah, she can survive for a long time, but I'm just looking for FNG really to go in towards like a Harpy next or something. What camps has he got? Centaurs nearby. There's no Alpha Wolves. Yeah, all the camps here are pretty awful, so that is a benefit for Vici.
Yeah, but it's a little bit tough in the laning stage, at least getting that Fade Bolt damage reduction. We can see that Spectre already only 1 last hit. Does have 3 denies, but it could be a bit of an issue in that fashion at least. He does have Divine Favor to make up for it a little bit as well.
Don't worry, they're both flopping hard.
Okay,
you know, it's okay. Legion's got 0, so
you know it happens.
In the race of slugs, Doc is the superior slug.
Yeah, good old slugs. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
Great contribution.
But yeah, Divine Favor makes for a little bit of that damage reduction that happened earlier. And FN eaten through the Flame Guard punches. One more there as well, and has to use the salve for that.
Yikes.
See, want to see?
Maybe it saved him. It was a little bit tough. This is real harsh. Just chilling at XP range, and Ori only 1 point in Heartstopper, and still just putting that much pressure on.
He's gonna bring out the Courier again, but it really sucks just having to sit there in this lane.
He keeps touching the hot stove, man. Every time he walks back in, and just hits by that aura. But yeah, Yang, third blood.
Yang, get out of there, buddy. He's taking the hits.
Oh, living.
Oh, press the attack. Keeping him alive. A Hastern picked up for the Necrophos now, who's going to...
Okay. Yeah, but
mess with him.
Spectre has 5 tangos left and a stick. This Chen has 4 tangos, a Fairy Fire, and Legion Commander had to run away. That's not good. They have 1 tango left on the Legion and 2 left on the Rubik. They're losing the regen battle to a Spectre lane. Probably a bad sign there, and he does get the best creep in the vicinity in the Frost Ghost here.
Right. I mean, I think part of that too is just the Divine Favor, right? Like getting more value out of those heals, out of those tangos, and of course the bonus damage for the trades. DY in some trouble, gonna get rolled on. Punches are there. The CT is dead. 3-0 start for Gambit, coming out hot after a good game 1.
The lane match just feel a little bit too good right now. Of course,
That's
the mid lane's not going that great, but he had to spend some on regen, so his last hits are kind of okay, but net worth department, he's very far behind. You know, you look at the last hits, you're like, oh, it's kind of even, it's not that bad. Switch over and you're like, oh my god, this Ember is nothing. Earth Spirit has thrown his life away to the tower. How depressing.
I mean, it's, you know, it's becoming cliche at this point.
Truly. It's not as tragic as it once was.
Yeah.
I get the mud golems. He grabs a secondary creep causes the split of the mud golems, throws out some extra harass, and then makes you wonder, like, what is the other creep? Well, it's just another mud golem as he's wrapping in behind here. And
Brilliant.
yeah, he already used the first stuns though, so.
Oh, paparazzi getting chased in at, and does have the blink away, at least for the moment.
He's throwing all these stuns to burn the mana. That's all, or the HP rather. Yang has nothing left. He's out of regen. The mud golems are now coming in for their secondary rock here.
Oh my god, he's just maybe dead?
Yeah.
Yang trying to run away. The Hawk, oh god, you got to get there.
He didn't have any, oh actually he did have a creep to grab.
Interesting.
Because theoretically Yang could grab another creep, split the second golem, and then get the kill. But I mean really, not getting the kill doesn't actually matter because Legion's just like, well, I still can't play here.
He's going to get
he might be able to do it again. Oh, he still has nothing in range?
He just sacrificed to the tower too.
Well,
I mean,
Yang's life is sacrificed.
Yeah, right?
I mean,
like, you can't
and
juggle
now he's
with
like,
this HP.
I wonder where Legion wants to go. Maybe to the shrine, perhaps?
Hello, how you doing? He's another ability and get out of my lane.
He does have no TP though, so he's a little bit careful. Up top, there is quite a bit of conflict happening here. We got a mid hero up here for the bounty rune exchange.
Oh, Surge trying to run. Afterlife, another punch.
Level 1 Surge is some slow.
Isn't quite gonna happen.
Yeah, he stole it though.
Yeah, Immersion makes it work.
Gets a round of applause.
Oh god, Afterlife barely able to walk with that. Oh, Iron Shell. This could be a nice play.
They play some War in the Vicinity though, so they'd able to just kind of juke. Yeah, he did a little stutter step there to see if they're gonna roll past him or something.
Now the catapult taken as well.
Yeah, with all this pressure and knowing that he's pretty low. I mean, he has ferried out some more regen here, but they're going to try and keep this pressure going. And the creeps, they're on the hunt, checking for any additional TPs, just completely blocking that option away. If someone comes in there, they will actually just die to this chain stun.
Coming in there. 1, 2, skip to Maloo, punch Legion a few more times. But more importantly, it's going to be taking down this tower. Divine Favor on the catapult. They are eventually going to be able to repel this push, it looks like.
Oh, that catapult.
FNG just gets pummeled.
Sorry, though. Got the tower. Oh, he didn't get the tower. Oh, he did get the tower. The other catapult. We're good.
Well done.
Yep. Easy.
Yeah, mid lane, there were 3 heroes there for a while from Vici, but Ember was off in the jungle farming away, and then he comes back and is able to make sure that that mid-tier 1 tower doesn't take too much damage. And still, everything fairly static. Waiting for those level 6s to make some stuff happen.
Probably going to see a rotation soon from FNG to the top lane, honestly. After taking this tower already, right, they can just make their way to the opposite side of the map and try and get some additional pressure going using these iron shells, because they have the catapult already up here. And they have Paparazzi pushed under the tower, but they're getting wrapped around on actually Ori, who has the scythe and now under ward here for Afterlife.
They also have some battle going in bottom lane. We'll see if they're going to be able to find Afterlife, jump forward, get him.
Slam.
Both kill.
And now it's Yang, who has a mana burn creep after him, but not going to be able to slow him down, so he'll get out.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So PA, fairly farmed at this stage of the game, but it's kind of just been the Legion that's been the main hero that hasn't gotten online. The rest of Gambit's kind of been able to make things happen either with kills or a lot of denies in the case of Spectre.
Well, it looked like it was kind of like a 3-0 start there for Gambit. Now Vici just firing right back, right? We're tied up 3-3 at this point in the game. They managed to catch Afterlife, who was the next person. Kind of start snowballing out of control as he wants to get in towards that helm and get some pressure moving further onto this map. As they missed the roll mid.
They missed the kick too. Well, they did
Immersion,
get a right
he went pretty hard at the start. All right.
We all get a couple of those. That's fine.
Game 1 was warming up. Is feeling really good. Just to get back in sync here.
Level 6 about to be there for Spectre.
6 more tangos. Man, Dahak is not going anywhere. Constant regen. Has to worry about the overwhelming odds. And honestly, just the straight up moment of courage here. As you can see, that's the fact that the level 3 skill at this point for Yang.
TP rotation, though. They're bringing in a lot. FN is here as well. Going to be able to find the chains, but don't want to use it too early since there could be a pretty easy press the attack off, but going to get that kill.
Nice quick remnant there from FN. The ward helping out there was spotting down the river. So seeing that ET was about to go for that. Now up top, they've also had this ward right by the tower for a long time. Just always keep eye on Paparazzi's rotations, seeing what their options are in terms of going for a kill. And Immersion, well, he's just heading out there. He TP's right to the mid lane to grab this wave as it comes in.
Getting those levels on the Earth Spirit can make a pretty big difference, particularly since you have just so much team fight potential out of this Gambit lineup once you get those level 6s online. And ooh, that is a nice big hunk of stacks going on in the Dire jungle. I don't think the Gambit have any idea that this is happening. And it looks like it's going to be Ori that picks up all of the farm.
Yeah, and DY, of course, who will benefit if he manages to take at least a couple of these spirits, but no one really for him to go punch anyway. So, very quick acceleration for Ori. Let him get a defensive item in the bit of Defiance, and then Yules. I mean, also a defensive item, but honestly, something they can play very aggressively as they want to try and set up for a couple kills across this map. And during all this, Paparazzi, he's been having a great game. He's 0-0-0, sure, but he's got 60 last hits, and he's second on the net worth. But again, it's his PA. You know, the value of the gold on this hero, very high. Just has to try and get in towards that Battle Fury when he can, try and keep pace with Spectre. And now the first roll will miss.
Silence, though, interrupting. The Stomp's going to come out of count onto 2. Now the follow-up coming from Ori, this ET, but they already dropped the wall, getting all those other auras. Not looking like it's going to be enough, as Ready Afterlife is dead. They're backing out.
Actually, I mean, the Ion Shell's great, but like the wall, you know, he doesn't have that massive impact this early on in the game. He doesn't have Vacuum Skilled yet because he's only level 6. It's a pretty normal build at this point. So going for this big play into so many heroes can be a little bit tough. You know, he tends to be the guy who likes to be versus maybe 1 or 2 heroes at this point and just wants to chip away at a tower. Maybe not this massive engagement that the Chen kind of forces your team into. They didn't even see a moment for the hunt there. That's how bad that was.
Yeah.
Also, Spectre probably just saying, like, look, I'm really close to Midas, guys. Like, please.
Which is something that we should also talk about. I feel like we should say something about the Midas on the Spectre. And I don't feel great about it.
What, you don't like that Midas and the Radiance? I feel like this is where I've seen a lot of these Spectres going, so it's kind of fine. It might not even be Radiance, honestly. Just a couple different builds from the hero.
I feel like I like the drums build a little bit more. I've seen a couple of those ones too, though. I don't know. I guess that it also just seems a little bit weird coming out from Gambit, since their style is always tended to be a little bit more get the push going.
Sure, but they already picked a Spectre, so that's out the window. That's fair. Time to adjust.
All right, fair enough. But this tier 1 tower will get taken down.
Top tower has fallen.
Well, one last tier 1 remaining.
Try again, right? Eventually they take it down.
Yeah. What about Vici? What do they need to do in this game? It's pretty clear, just get Spectre big on the side of Gambit.
Paparazzi's life. It's kind of the same story, right? Paparazzi, very scary. I mean, smoke ganks, again, will be the name of the game here. Last time it was definitely Gambit that had the edge on that one, but you have a Legion Commander, so you got to try and make those happen.
Okay.
Afterlife able to slink himself away.
Yeah, we got a Ion Shell stolen for the Rubik as well. So maybe combo that together with a duel or something. Would be kind of nice. Speaking of which, this is Legion that's going to be caught a little bit out of position and brought down by the Hawk. And mid lane, Paparazzi finds kill on FNG.
So the catapults will at least get out of there, but yeah, good quick grab there. He continues to farm his way up in towards that Battle Fury, almost up to 5k now. Still well behind this Necrophos, who is just dominating the game right now. Ori's still struggling a little bit to have a major impact and kind of shove anything here, right? They haven't been able to force down any of these tier 1s really with any damage whatsoever. The mid one being the one that took the most damage here. So maybe thinking about that aggression soon. They're clearing up some stacks. They have a smoke on the ET, and yeah, time to go.
Make something happen. Again, it is a little bit tough because Dark... Oh, just the haunt in and find the kill.
Oh, that's going to spot the smoke too.
Wow, that really hurts.
Maybe just these illusions floating around. And yeah, you can see the line there from FNG. Like, guys, I think I know where they're going. Question is, will you end up just being a little bit too confident and get caught by this here?
I mean, they can also just recall somebody back with Chen.
This is very unusual from Vici.
Yeah.
It's really greedy to keep going for that after, you know, you just got haunted on.
Yeah. And now the scan is going to connect and they realize what's going on. That they're still down here.
I mean, I guess they use the time to get a ward down in the area, so that's kind of fine. And I mean, you do have Ori as the strongest hero in the game and also one of the strongest points in the game for this hero, so kind of hoping they're going to engage into you. Just you want to make sure it's not necessarily all of their heroes, which can definitely happen when it comes to a Chen. But he's now showing in the mid lane, and that's going to be enough that They will continue with leaving Ori down here, rotate the ET to the mid to try and set up with a stomp as they know the catapult push is coming.
But I mean, look at this. It's already here.
It is chunking.
Like one more punch right there, and these catapults. I mean, they're
And Ori's worried down bottom. He's actually backing away.
They're
Had
just
to get
in this
TP.
tower.
Yeah, he's coming in with the Yules, so they should be able to catch one.
they don't have a glyph.
Doesn't get it off in time. So they just bring the Necro for nothing.
This has looked kind of rough for Vici over the last couple minutes. And as you said, if you take this fight right now for Vici, things look good. So I think that that's still a window open for him, but it's just a missed opportunity.
And what is the punish that's going to come out from the Radiant, though? Like, you're still building up for a while, right?
Yeah.
I just finished the Midas. Now he's into Treads for Jahak, so has some way to contribute. Now going for a Hood, too. So it looks like he's not going to rush into any sort of a Radiance or anything like that. He's just going to go for, like, probably a Hood. I mean, it's a decent Blade Mill game, but it doesn't seem like he's opting into it towards that. If he's going Hood, he probably wants to go back for, like, that Yasha and Manta and whatnot.
He could also go a lot of those big tank items. That would be the Gambit style. We saw Crimson from Envy the other day.
Yeah,
he could just finish off a pipe.
No other great aura builders aside. Like the Darkseer, you need Grief, so it's harder to go like Pipe Crimson right away.
Paparazzi, suppress the attack. The walk away comes afterwards. And now, Immersion backing out of there as well. Chain stolen. They do have the Darkseer not in the fight here. But with the DD on FN, they kind of want to get something done. Doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised he didn't go Helm. I'm not sure if I'm like missing something. I mean, I know there's a Chen, so there's like already some Midas value, but I don't think anyone even picked one up on the Dire side. There's nothing particularly insane here from stacking more creeps, and Darkseer without a Helm always feels a little bit off because you can't keep the Ion Shell farm going on like a side lane. You can't just like it's like kind of your own Midas, honestly, and it helps with your team fight, and it's another catapult if you really want it.
Well, they might make it done instead without even having that Helm of the Dominator version. Just so much heals, keeping him alive in the stomp, going to connect at least for the moment, trying to separate them away, and is going to be able to find one kill. Wall down as well. Afterlife caught with the Reaper Scythe isn't quite enough to find that finish, but with the Yule Scepter lift up, they will finally be able to punish and get a duel win.
A bit deep, a little bit of disrespect there. Not thinking that AIM was going to rotate again. They're just they're creating these fights and then they just don't even haunt. They're just like, yeah, I don't think this looks very good, guys. I don't know if this guy's really stingy or what. He's just deciding that I don't think this is good. You know, sometimes you can just pop a haunt. Maybe you're not even gonna, you know, you show yourself for a moment, jump back to someone else. Don't really commit, but it can certainly save some heroes and create that panic moment. But he is just holding that thing.
It almost feels like they're just feeling, okay, AFK farm on the sector, we'll be fine. Yeah, he does have Paparazzi. Silence. There's the haunt that they wanted to try and find the core kill, but the jump away, Paparazzi getting very, very low. Reapplying Magnetize. A couple more seconds is all they need, and it looks like they run into the boulder. Oh, man, that was unfortunate. Now Vici going to back out as the rest of Gambit is here.
They are dropping wards everywhere, trying to check their high ground. Keep an eye on that. But man, maybe Gambit just not forcing the haunt because they just said, look, make them burn their cooldowns, right? Yeah. They don't have Scythe. It's much easier for Ember Spirit to play.
It's like Dahak has the relic queued up now, so he might switch instead of the...
All right, I definitely like that. I feel like his game's going well enough that's completely fine. He's almost catching up now to the Necrophos as he has already eclipsed the Phantom Assassin. And I don't know if you guys know, but there's a Legion commander in this game. Has one dual win so far, but I feel like, you know, 0, 2, and 1, not exactly the kill score you want as a Legion by the 17.5-minute mark.
No.
Especially when you go Armlet. So it's time to find some smoke ganks. Whenever you're playing Legion, what do you tend to look for? Some burst damage. Not really there this game. There's no in and out duels here. You know, it's a pretty hard commit at these moments. And man, talking about in and out though, FN jumps right in on top of DY.
Looking for the duel. It ain't happening though. FN able to zoom out of there.
He's bongoing so hard. The war drums are popping, but they are the drums of retreat.
Yep. He's pulling the creep wave back to the jungle now. And
he's just toying with them. Gets recalled out of there.
This is nice. They hit the scan, so they know that it's going to be Paparazzi down here alone. They think he's over on the hard camp. Now they run into him, finding the root, getting the chains, in some trouble. Poor old Papa. Gonna try and get out of there. Do they have another roll in a second? No.
Nice TP. Good recognition. That moment. They try and bring in a stun deck. So no, I don't have one either, guys. Sorry. Sorry. Vacuum's not really my thing. And looks like there's some concerns about there being maybe some vision in the area or something, but the ward's expiring anyway. So we're nearing the 20-minute mark. Team's starting to start thinking about Roche a little bit at this point in the game. And there's an ET on the dire side. Legion Commander, even with the overwhelming odds being chucked on the pit, can be a little bit bothersome. But this is her smoke moment. At least we're getting that flying through here. They're going to see the FNs moving in towards them. Ori going to try and cut them off. They have the Yules.
Man, a duel
but his
here would be
Remnant is
clutch.
so safe right now.
Yeah.
Oh god, this is going to be a waste rotation. He's out of here. Right after this wave. Your window's closing. Bye. Oh, that was actually sick. He tried to slide onto the wave so that he'd have the range for the telekinesis, but it didn't hit.
Yep.
Oh, that could have been so good.
Unfortunate.
Yep. It was like the only way that they can initiate from that range. That would have caught him off guard so hard.
Yeah.
Because like he thinks there's no range of initiation that can catch him there. That's like the only thing they had.
8-7, and as we get close to that 20-minute mark, we'll see if there's going to be a rune fight. The way that this game is going, though, it does just have that feel of Gambit are getting the items that they need slowly but steadily. And I mean, do Vici need to be fighting right now? Is this a problem that they're not taking any engagements, not able to find really any of those pickoffs?
Not necessarily. I mean, you definitely want the Deso first before the PA is going to be engaged, but that doesn't mean the other four heroes should just be kind of lollygagging around. That's kind of what happened last game, it felt like, where they got complacent, but the other team felt like they were stronger in complacency.
Right.
And Yang will slowly do the other bounty.
Well, he got it. Duel now, trying to turn. See if they take down the Ember. The jump forward, can they Reaper Sight? No, he does end up going down. It's a winner for the Legion, but the vacuum wall onto 4 with the Magnetize going. There's not enough follow-up here. They don't have the damage, and Afterlife just needs to run away. Gambit overstepping their bounds, and Vici finally took the fight that they wanted.
Yeah, the maxed out Surge will save him there, but Vici bringing the numbers there at the bounty room battle. They catch the Chen team out. And yeah, actually getting another win there. So huge step up now, and that was level 2 as well. So you got the 18 bonus damage. You can see all that damage from the Legion too. But man, I thought the heal was going to save him, honestly. It looked really close. He jumped right back up to 78% HP, and I'm like, oh my god, he might actually live here. But then bursted right back down. And Deso nearly secured now for the PA. They're going to take the tower off of this. Big moves for Vici. And you have a Legion commander who suddenly almost has 3k gold.
That's pretty crazy.
But what? That's the question. What do I do? Do I go blink? Like, am I the one who can catch this? Do I have to go Shadow Blade? Silver Edge looks good if this game goes late, which it's already kind of feeling that way. He wants the blink though, so just gonna sell the Ring of Protection straight up and head in towards that blink dagger. And that's such a risky item versus an Ember though. Like, do you really think this guy's not gonna have the fast enough fingers? FN, he's pretty good at this hero. You know, he showed off in game 1. That's why the Shadow Blade's so much more tempting.
But maybe he goes back for the Shadow Blade too.
Yeah, but then you just bought Blink.
I know. I guess my thought is that, like, it's the type of thing where maybe you need to find that range to get there in the first place because he pushes out the wave so quickly anyways. I don't know. It's a tough situation to be in for the Legion for sure.
Yep.
So Deso done for the PA.
And it looks like they're considering a smoke up here. They're trying to scout the area, looking for wards, thinking about where the lanes are. The top lane's in a bit of a rough spot, but yeah, they're going to smoke up.
Is this Radiance fight as well?
Ooh, this is a good bait.
Radiance fight as well, maybe? Ori gets pulled back in. There's going to be the Earth Splitter, Paparazzi. They try and jump forward. Can they find enough damage? Vacuum wall back in through onto all of them as well. Look at the damage coming out from FN. They take it down, but Paparazzi chasing, finding, gets another. They duel. They try and turn this back around, and Reaper Sight comes out. It is going to kill off FN, but likewise.
Look at this Spectre go, though. Surge, Iron Shell, get back here.
With the Divine Favor. He wants them all.
Oh, it's the ghost of Ember.
Let me get after him. Can they take him down in time, though? It doesn't look like it. So they need to retreat. There's a lot of regen coming through for Ori, but Doc thinking about chasing, just Midases and walks away.
Oh my god, that remnant into that vacuum. That was like instantaneous, like 2k damage or something to all those heroes. And he went down pretty shortly after that, but it looks so good because you're like, yes, all right, we're going to force a fight when we have a fresh Deso. And then suddenly the Radiance is there, and you're like, well, this is very disappointing. So now it's going to be BKB will be the big moment for the PA coming up next.
And I think the Legion, too, he got his Blink Dagger broken, so he can't even really do that.
He picked, Blink into Radiance Spectre. Yikes. I mean, he's feeling the same way right now, like, oh yeah, whoops. I mean, even the Ember, too, it's just, there's so many questions. But maybe he's thinking that he can just try and break up these fights too. If he can get the... Oh, now they have a ward exactly where they smoked last time. They're all just standing on top of this ward right now.
Middle tower is under
They know exactly where
They
they
should be aware.
I don't even think they have a smoke right now. They're just hanging out around the pit.
Okay. You know, that's fine.
Oh, does this courier have a smoke? Oh god, it does. Oh, this feels so bad.
Yeah, they are aware. Acutely aware. Jumping forward.
Here comes the blink.
Who are they gonna find in some trouble? They don't have Haunt this time around.
Here comes the blink. There it was.
Why did they let him
There
duel?
goes the smoke.
The courier's dead. What? What's happening?
What even? I actually don't even know what killed it. It was just floating up where they left it.
Maybe Darkseer went and punched it? I'm not sure. Jump forward, duel. Okay. Darkseer's a pretty good target. He does have Greaves. But it looks like it's not going to be enough to keep him alive. He didn't pop Greaves. Okay. Buys back. They want to fight this Roche. I mean, this could be their moment with no Haunt. How close are we? 13 seconds away.
Just thrown in the body. They have the stolen searing chains right now from the Rubik, so there's some continuing control. But here comes
Stomp with the Wolves, lift up as well. They have the Reaper Sight. They pull them all up onto the high ground with the vacuum wall working. Can they take them down in time? Radiance is going to come out in just a second. They do have Haunt afterwards. They're already burning through them a little bit, and there's going to be the chase forward coming out afterwards.
Oh my
They've
God.
already found one. Now chasing for Paparazzi. Triple kill for FN. This man is on a spree, and Roche is open.
They're like marshmallows to the fire of Gambit. Every time it's a vacuum, there's remnants, there's a radiance. They're just getting roasted alive here. They're making s'mores out of them. Look at this damage between these two.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's all them. They just stand there. Darkseer's just throwing out these vacuums. Afterlife absolutely slain at this game. And, well, Yang is trying to make some plays here. Maybe a courier revenge kill. Or trying to catch someone lurking back to base. And, well, hopefully lurching, really. And see if he can pick off the weakest of the herd. Unfortunately, the weakest of the herd appears to be a Dark Troll Summoner.
Oh, and the Hawk. I think he realizes now that Legion's in the area. Man, look at that swing. Oh, lordy. That is rough.
It's not a GG lead quite yet, right? I mean, it's a PA, right? Yeah. She has her moments. It hurts that she's dying twice in a row like this. Her farm has just been absolutely gutted. BKB feels just as far away as it was before, but...
They get the duel on the Ember.
Team?
We weren't finished.
We weren't finished, indeed. An appropriate voice line. See ya. Yang looks a little tilted, if I had to be frank here.
I thought you were Trent.
Nah. Yeah. I thought you got all your puns out with Fogged. I heard a couple.
That happens, man. You got to do them.
All right. Going to try some sort of a fight here. I'm not sure if they want to. They don't even have sight. They can't really engage at the moment. That pipe feels like a necessity at this point from Ori. See if they can try and prevent all this magic damage that's bursting them down at the beginning of these engagements inside that vacuum. Already have the Iron Shell prepped up on Immersion. And he is out of Spirit Vessel charges, so they got that going for them.
That's something.
He's simply thrown out too many.
It does just completely own that Necro, too.
Yeah.
I guess that there's the press the attack off, which you can use.
True, but of course then the duel is very hard after that.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, this Legion is really...
They're trying to bait play down here. They're like, someone will come down bottom.
Has fallen.
And try and get a duel with the Deso from the PA, but
is under attack.
not happening yet.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Well, Frank, it's not looking good. They're heading up top. Aegis in hand, gonna have that level 20 talent too as well for the Hawk. In just a second here, 500 health. It's already difficult enough trying to kill off the Spectre. There's a pipe done, okay. Lincoln Sphere also is finished though for the Ember, and this has not been revealed yet. It is now.
This is an Ember Spectre draft, so I gotta be a little careful going high
they're
ground.
trying to bait it out. They want him to use the Scythe on him, and he's gonna use the Lincolns.
I mean, he's got Aegis too, so it's kind of like, they're fine either way, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I'll just TP home and get recalled. How does that sound, guys? Oh, that sounds pretty good.
Easy. Rooted to the spot.
There I am.
Silence out again. Haunt is back up again. So is the Midas.
Need a Thompson Meteor Hammer here or something, you know, chip away these buildings.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
All right, Divine Favor walking forward, causing some issues. Ori, it's taken off. Sleep on the 2. No follow-up. No nothing. They don't have answers. Slowly and steadily, they're burning through them one by one, rolling by Immersion, a little bit off the mark. Meanwhile, the duo able to connect onto one as well. This is on to Ember. Can they bring him down in time? No! Vacuum wall, everything comes out. They do manage to kill off that Ember. No buyback for him, and the Stomp also is going to connect. It's doing a good bit of damage here onto the Hawk, but the slow Radiance burn might finally be enough. Immersion, again, a little bit off the mark with that roll. They can't take down DY. Vici hold.
Oh, they can't get that Aegis. That would have been great, but it's true. I mean, it's still a great fight at this point, and they're even going to get a little bit of a cleanup here onto Immersion.
Got him.
Man, how about that? They get both the Scythe and the Duel off onto a Linken's Ember. So I'm just going to default give credit to the Rubik and assume he's the one that did it, but maybe it was the Eul Scepter from the Necro as well. I'm not sure, but either way, great stuff there from Vici to find that coordination to actually lock down that Ember, because FN only got 1,400 damage off that fight. And I'm sure that Pipe, once again, playing a major factor.
I mean, Haunt wasn't used either, right? I'm not crazy? Or was used?
Yeah,
okay.
you might be crazy.
I'm crazy.
Yeah.
BKB for the PA.
Does only leave us with a minute left on the Aegis here, so unlikely to get anything else out of this one. They're going to have to wait for the Ember, and at that point, it's going to be hard to do much. Plus, it'll essentially be expiring right when the Aegis goes down. So, or sorry, when the Aegis expires, they'll be getting the Haunt back. So, mid lane, they spot the removal of the Ember Spirit and some cooldown issues for Gambit, so they're able to go forward and grab themselves a tier 1. Unfortunately, we'll get denied there by F&G. But still space.
Fade and Immersion just ships in the night.
Has the BKB finished up here for the Legion Commander? As long as his courier doesn't die, that will be disastrous. But it's skirting the vision, and away it'll go.
Ooh.
Might not be so lucky on the way back.
Possibly. They roll in with Fade, see the courier, not going to get pulled out of position.
Courier.
Actually, kicks him the wrong direction. Immersion still there. Vacuum wall again onto 3, doing pretty good damage. The Stomp's not interrupted, but they do just blow up this Earth Spirit still. And now walking forward for more, seeing what they can do. That BKB from Yang. They find the duel. Not bad at all. And can they bring him down in time? Yes! They're going to take him down. The Aegis expiration. Oh, Gambit.
Oh, flawless timing on this engagement from Vici Gaming, keeping those timers, and now they're going to hop forward again onto F&G. Stolen Holy Persuasion. We have Chen PA unlocked on Vici Gaming.
Oh, man.
The strategy has finally come together. It only took 30 minutes, but now we are there.
And dead no buyback for 98 seconds. I mean, Vici might not know that, but this is going to be a lot of damage with double catapult and the Divine Favor on these catapults.
If they saw the Manta, they're going to be like, all right, that guy he just full out bought a Manta.
They're going up high ground, and you've got press the attack with Divine Favor. Oh, why did you put it on the PA?
Because they want to kill heroes.
That's fine. That's fair.
I think they got the buildings under control in the game.
Fair enough. They're not going to, yeah, he doesn't have control of them, so he can't just run mid with it.
There are tier 2s in the other lanes.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, unless you want to go real ham, not much you can do here. Hopefully you're going to get a tier 2. That is the minimal goal that you get in this next minute. Maybe even a second tier 3 potentially, but unlikely to get another lane of racks here. Wow, what a bounce back here from Vici Gaming. Suddenly it's a 7K lead, and a lot of that coming from the fact that they held that tier 3. I mean, again, we said it before, it's an Ember and a Spectre. So not easy to hit buildings. There's no doubt about that. Your third core is a Darkseer. And not really the same issue here for the side of Vici Gaming. They got some pretty solid right clickers.
And going for less of the aura builds because they're playing against Darkseer, I think also partially is made a pretty big difference. Like the vacuum wall is not doing all that much, it feels like, in these fights.
Once the pipe came out, that was made the big difference because they were just getting roasted alive. And then that was heavily mitigated from Ori's build decision here. And they just cleaned up some of the best objectives in the game, right? Getting that Roast Shrine that's nearby. It's going to make the next fight harder if they try buybacks. They got the tier 2, which is the next best thing in TP2, really. And they took one full set here, so Brax advantage now, even a tier 1. My God, you can't get much better than that. 8K advantage suddenly for Vici Gaming when they were previously down about 5K just moments ago.
I mean, what was the win percentage at too? Like from Dota.
Good God! If you look at all those red dots at the bottom,
that is insane.
There is nothing going Gambit's way for the last while.
Well, we got a game, folks, and more so, I think that we might have a Vici game. 9,000 gold up. And again, you got to worry about a Spectre late game. But the Hawk is not at the point where I'm absolutely terrified of him right now.
Man, It's crazy how much an impact not having buyback has, though. Like, they could have potentially even fought that after, right? Buyback Haunt, because Haunt was just coming online at that moment. And also, the age is going down at that moment, too.
Oh, it's brutal. Very, very brutal.
All right, well, if FN gets out of here, though, they definitely still have map advantage at this point in the game, right? Unless I'm mistaken, I don't see any boots of travel on the Dire side. Whereas on the Radiant, you have a Chen recalling people across. You have a Haunt possibly to engage into aggressive options. And then you have an Ember Spirit who's able to remnant himself around, plus get recalled. So even though there's no bots on the Radiant side either, they should be able to get the lane advantage going back their way. They can slowly kind of choke out Vici Gaming, move them across the map, and you should start to see this 9K lead dwindle over time. This game might get very stale for the next while. The Roche fight is really the only thing that we can draw the teams together, but if that ends up going the way of Gambit, it feels like this game's just going to go into a stalemate until they kind of gain up some items and push themselves back to an advantage over Vici Gaming again.
Right.
And Ori now has the Shiva's Guard, though, so another big upgrade for this hero.
Well, and Vici are heading out together through the mid lane. As they're smoked up, who are they going to find?
FNG's throwing the body up. He knows. He's the one who's supposed to break the smoke.
Jump forward.
There's a Spectre.
Got him. FN. Lincoln Sphere broken. The good silence. He's up on the high ground right now. Needs to be careful. Can they control him and take him down in time? Everybody's still living for the moment. Stomp, not quite going to connect. He goes back up to his safe space. He's safe space. He's up there. They can't see him. They can't see him. He's up on the high ground. Now roll forward, maybe looking for more.
There's still Satanic on Paparazzi. There's turn potential, even with the BKB being down.
A root onto 2. Ori left alone. Now the Haunt comes out, breaking any potential blink daggers, and Immersion found the backlines as well, but he gets eviscerated by Paparazzi. And now the rest of Gambit moving into position. Another vacuum pulling those two together. They've already lost the ET and the Rubik. The Remnant forward, but the duel to try and turn it. And the Reaper side, they find the kill yet again. They take down that Spectre. But can they finish it off? Paparazzi, look at the regen. Look at the health he's getting from all of this right click.
Great target acquisition, too, to take down the Chen instantly once they see that Spectre buyback, because they know there's no Haunt, and they think, oh, how's he going to get in here? Destroy ourselves a Chen, make sure there's no turnaround there, and that's going to keep that lead going in their favor. The fight, it's technically a win for Vici Gambit, but really when it comes into the factor of the buyback timer and the heroes left alive for Vici, because even though there's only 2, they can do this Roche.
And do they know that this is happening? They don't really have the greatest vision. Move. I mean, they're probably going to check here right now for FN. He's thinking about it. Oh, he's walking over. Sleight of fist. He sees it. The root onto 2. Now they know. Now they're moving in. Now they want to try and take it. The vacuum wall pulls it back in, snatching the Aegis. Afterlife, saving the day for his team.
Yeah, but can he keep it?
Oh, he's not going to be able to.
They can't fight. There's no Haunt.
Another root on 2. Everybody's respawning right now from Gambit. They just need to get him out of there if they can. But the Ewell Scepter lift up, and that's going to take off the Surge. So Darkseer will go down.
And Paparazzi did get the cheese as well there onto the PA. So sure, he gets the Aegis, but he throws his life away. He might be forced to buy back here. Only 15 more seconds till the Legion returns. And Rubik did not manage to get any spells on his return into this, though. So he's going to be looking for something before they want to go high ground.
Yeah, there's still a tier 2 tower that they can take in the top lane. It looks like Paparazzi is going to head that direction.
Why did they send Paparazzi home? He must be eyeing some sort of an item here, because they could have just left that towards the Legion, honestly. I guess Yang is thinking that he can try and make his way down towards bottom team.
Yeah.
Paparazzi closing in on 3K. What about buybacks across the board here? Radiant sides, we of course don't have the Spectre. She just used it. Immersion needs a little bit more gold, but aside from that, they should have all 4 available.
Lift up. They found the duel. Ember Spirit caught alone, taunted. Can they kill him off in time? It's going to be really close to get him.
That last proc, it looked like, in the moment of courage.
And they are able to find that kill. These pickoffs. Legion has come online in a big way.
Now, what is the plan, though, for Vici Gaming? Waiting for the creep wave. In it comes. They have, I guess, everything, right? Because all he spent was duel, so life looks good. You can see Yang is trying to find an angle down here. Just going to try and pull this last wave in.
Buyback on the Ember.
Now they can just regroup.
Still hanging on to that cheese for Paparazzi.
Do we have Spear Vessel charges? We don't.
Gonna try and take down these illusions, which are killing off the creep wave. Again, neither team great at pushing.
No, pretty much waiting until the enemy is essentially dead. It's full commit pushes from both lineups at this point in the game, but I mean at this point in the game we also have a 5-level advantage on Paparazzi over FN. Of course, Dahak now closing in on 25 as well at 23.5, but the new kind of peak for Phantom Assassin has become 25, the triple strike Stifling Dagger. It is just as disgusting as it was before. At this point, you just happen to have a lot more damage by the time it comes out, with it being added on to another 5 levels.
I wonder if you need to start thinking about like Aeon Disc or something to deal with the Legion Commander. As funky as it is, like swap it in and out of your backpack or something.
I don't think it's an, well, yeah. Oh, yeah, I don't think you can anymore, right?
Oh.
I think it could change with the Winter Wyvern changes. So now it becomes an issue of just... Yikes.
Yeah, no, right.
I mean, he's looking for the Nullifier, right? That's one pretty good option. See if they can try and stop the Satanic and the BKB from coming out, but they don't have a lot of burst damage aside from Magical, right? And at that point, at least the BKB is being somewhat reduced, but it's not like it's down to 5 seconds. It's still 8 for the PA. You still got like 3 really good fights right now for Vici Gaming. And to me, the answer looks like Boots of Travel, honestly, for some of these raiding heroes. Trying to cut some waves and trying to exhaust Vici Gaming.
The other thing, too, though, is that it does feel like they're losing every fight. So if you invest in those type of items, you're probably going to lose the fight even harder, since Vici will be buying actual fighting
items. That's why you don't fight.
Exactly, I guess, yeah.
And now they've got him a little bit pincer there, but he's an Ember, so he just hops right over top of you. And they're going to smoke up here. No wards inside the base, so this won't necessarily be seen by Vici Gaming.
Necro alone. Are they anticipating somebody moving to the bottom lane here?
Yeah, looks like they're hoping that someone will get down here. But again, there's no Boots of Travel, so looks like this is just a bounty rune secure. They're hoping that someone's going to TP down here for these.
And there is somebody doing just that. They scan, they see it. Mr. Yang.
Oh, they just leave, though.
Oh, he's out.
It's surprising.
Interesting. Maybe they thought that it was going to be numbers.
Everyone else had left their vision as well. Plus, you can see there's very superior vision from the side of each gaming in the top half of the map.
Yep.
They have the Tinker ward up on the side. They've got the good little Pinnacle ward. And they are being choked into their base now up to a 17k lead. And patience now from Vici Gaming.
Still very little has gone right for Gambit over the last several minutes, it feels like. And maybe now is the opportunity to stun the kickback. Man, long range of initiation and pulls him in even closer. But Ori able to live through it afterwards. They pull back in this Darkseer, going to be able to find that stun afterwards, stealing an Ion Shell, and now needing to walk away afterwards. Almost finding that kill with the Reaper Sight. They'll take it.
We're just going to dunk it on down. Ori up to 5k gold, 2600 surplus.
Press the attack on Paparazzi with everything leveled onto him. He is going to do so much damage. AoE press the attack, in fact.
Oh, there's so many items coming, though. They force the buyback. I almost want to see them retreat here from Vici Gaming, but no answer quite yet to them, so perhaps it's not necessary.
They're feeling very strong. Just take down the melee barracks. Not a great answer from Gambit right now. Paparazzi is too big.
There's still a Basher coming on this courier as well. I mean, again, Paparazzi, he's ready. He still has so much gold after. He's 5,300 gold, 5,600 on the Necrophos. I don't really like a fight sitting on this much. I mean, you've already been this patient. You should probably buy some items.
23,000 net worth lead.
4,300 on Yang, too.
Did they
Time
just
to
give
cash
somebody a
in.
Moon Shard? Not sure what that noise was. But nonetheless, 98 dual damage. And Gambit really have not been able to do anything for about 15 to 20 minutes, it feels like.
Yeah, and you can already see the game plan of Vici Gaming. The courier is in the Roach Pit, and we're still 2 minutes away from the first potential spawn. So they're committing to just holding out here, waiting for the Abyssal Blade to be finished up here for Paparazzi.
2 lanes of Rax already down, and FN's going to need to Remnant out.
Oh, there was a hero there.
What?
Micro on a creep or something. I'm not sure how he got out there.
That's not good. Well, Chen buys back, and now Gambit ready to make one last hurrah potentially. We'll have to see. Divine Favor on, and Paparazzi is just melting through these buildings. The silence comes after the press the attack is already out. But yet and still, Paparazzi and Ori ready to beat away at that melee barracks. The vacuum wall pulls him back in. The stomp a little bit off the mark there, but they're able to steal away the wall and throw it onto the Spectre. So now they have a Spectre of their own. They jump forward, find the duel, going to be able to get the win most likely. And Dahak wanting to do what he can with the blade mail, but it's not nearly enough. Both are dead for 2 minutes. And with that, Vici Gaming are going to take game number 2 and push us to a game number 3 for the first time here.
Wow. It definitely looked like Gambit had this one tied up with a bow on it, and we said, you know, I mean, it can't happen. It's a Phantom Assassin draft and everything, and well, that's what we wound up into. Some huge pickoffs, just in the jungle, no buyback, and then they just picked apart the rest of the fight after that. You saw how the fights were going. It was the vacuum, it was the heavy magic damage, and once that pipe came out, it was a whole different game. People weren't dying fast enough. Other spells were actually being cast, not just instantly incinerated from all that fire.